night. Governor Sanwo-Olu swears a new chairman of Ayobo Ikpaja Local Council Development Area. Wife of the President flags off free medical outreach, launches health insurance scheme for vulnerable people in Niger Delta region. On the foreign scene, Israel launches deadly ground incursion amid airstrikes on Syria. And in sports, Nigeria's junior Yellow Greens record first victory in under-19 men's cricket World Cup qualifiers. And now the details. I am Mike James. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in Honorable Oladipupo Oluwaloni as the new chairman of Ayobo Ikpaja Local Council Development Area of the state. This followed the demise of erstwhile chairman Mrs. Bolatito Shoboali after a brief illness, according to the provisions of the law. Governor Sanwo-Olu pledged his administration's commitment to provide the necessary support to all the local government and local council development areas of the state in building the collective vision for a greater Lagos. The governor, while urging the new chairman to make his government a people-oriented one and fast-track development to the LCDA in line with the theme's Plots developmental agenda, also enjoined all stakeholders, including residents, community and party leaders, to support him in enhancing good governance.
Administration is the closest tier of government to the people, the foundation upon which good governance is built. I therefore want to charge our new chairman to focus on initiatives that will enhance grassroots development, to improve service delivery and uplift the standard of living of the residents. It is essential to work closely with various community stakeholders, traditional rulers, civil society groups, and of course, your political leaders to foster inclusive governance and sustainable progress.
Governor Sanwo-Olu, in a mixed emotion, commended the visionary leadership of the immediate past chairman of Ayobo Ikpaja, Bolatito Shoboali, who he described as a woman of substance with unwavering commitment to the growth of the LCDA. While expressing his gratitude to Governor Sanwo-Olu for his appointment, the newly sworn-in chairman, Oladipupo Oluwaloni, eulogized his late boss and promised to continue with her developmental strides in health, education, security, and as well uphold good governance.
I accept this responsibility with utmost humility to resolve to work tirelessly for the people of Ayobo Ikpaja. I plead to consolidate on the past administration, the welfare of our people, and ensure delivery of peaceful, people-oriented program with the support of Mr. Governor and our great party.
Earlier, Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Bolaji Roberts, presented the new chairman to Governor Sanwo-Olu in the presence of the Deputy Governor, Obafemi Hamzat, and other top dignitaries at the event. Lagos State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho, has called on public affairs officers, PAOs, to elevate their roles within the state government by embarking proactiveness and actively seeking opportunities to add significant value. The Commissioner made a call during an interactive session held with PAOs in the various ministries, departments and agencies of the state government, emphasizing the need for PAOs to move beyond reactive tasks. Omotosho stressed the importance of taking initiative and proactively contributing to the government's objectives. He specifically highlighted the crucial role of PAOs in boosting the visibility and engagement of government social media platforms through consistent and dynamic content. Omotosho explained the importance of proactive communication in showcasing the government's achievements and initiatives, urging officers to leverage their roles in promoting the state's developmental strides and responding appropriately to public concerns. Earlier, the Permanent Secretary Olumide Shule underscored the significance of the gathering as a platform to address the challenges faced by PAOs in their daily operation, and also encouraged the officers to hone their interpersonal skills to enhance their effectiveness in serving their principals and the wider governmental system. Lagos government is set to host an energy summit to chart a course forward for the energy sector, bringing together over 150 contributors and panelists. This, according to the Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Biodun Ogunleye, will bring together stakeholders, including local, international organizations, development partners, tech innovators for discussion, interaction, knowledge sharing to enhance adoption of sustainable energy solutions towards powering the socio-economic growth of the state. Ogunleye hinted that the electricity bill recently signed by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu will catapult the state into a viable destination for investment and improve its liability index with the right policy development, human and fiscal capacity, research, partnerships, monitor impacts of local and global actions to ensure that outcomes are maximized.
We look forward to fostering collaborations among stakeholders. Now, moreover, we expect that the provisions of the electricity law will be further amplified, and energy policies, the Lagos State Energy Regulatory Commission, market and other related matters at this event will be further broken down to participants, and at the end of the day, our goal of generating more and distributing more effectively will be achieved.
200 participants will have the opportunity of touring the large expanse of land within the Dangote refinery in the Bejeleki area of the state. And now to the rest of the stories. Wife of the President, Oluremi Tinubu, has flagged off the free medical outreach and launch of a health insurance scheme for vulnerable people in the Niger Delta region. At the ceremony held at Tuasega, Bayelsa, Mrs. Tinubu commended the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) for recognizing that health and education are vital pillars of development. She said all the initiatives are in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu, particularly the priority areas of education, health, and social investment, which aim to build a healthier, more educated, and empowered populace. Mrs. Tinubu, who urged the people to take full advantage of the various interventions of the NDDC, said with the quantum of projects being inaugurated, it is a testament that the government put right team in place to lead the NDDC. Some of the projects inaugurated by the wife of the president after the flag off of a free medical outreach by the commission include 11 ambulances and personal protective gears to selected hospitals in the region, launch of a health insurance scheme for rural dwellers in the zone, community secondary school, Utuasega, and distribution of textbooks, school benches, and desks. Nigeria's mining marshals have successfully dismantled a heavily fortified legal mining site in Rafin Gabas, Kokona local government area of Nasarawa State. A special assistant to the Minister of Solid Minerals Development on Media, Shegun Tomori, in a statement said the site, which had long evaded law enforcement, was reportedly protected by compromised security personnel. According to the statement, the mining marshals, through a well-coordinated operation, were able to penetrate the stronghold. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, who commanded the operation, described it as a breakthrough in the government's ongoing fight against illegal mining. And in some foreign news, Syria has accused Israel of attempting to destabilize the country after it was hit by a double whammy of attacks on air bases and a deadly ground incursion, marking an intensification of Israeli military activity in the country. Syria has said Israeli shelling overnight in Syria's southern province of Deraa killed 9 people and described the ground incursion by Israel's soldiers in the area as the deepest since the toppling of former President Bashar al-Assad. The country's foreign ministry said the overnight raids were an unjustified escalation, describing them as a deliberate attempt to destabilize Syria and exacerbate the suffering of its people. And reacting, a spokesperson for the Israeli army said it was responding to fire from gunmen during the ground operation in the Tahsil area near the city of Nawa, seizing weapons and destroying terrorist infrastructure. And in sports news, after consecutive defeats have left their hopes of reaching the 2026 International Cricket Championship Men's Under-19 World Cup in jeopardy. The Junior Yellow Greens roared to a massive 177 runs win over Sierra Leone on Thursday, marking their first win of the qualifying tournament. The Nigerian team had played their previous 3 games at the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval in Oniko, but moved to the Inland Cricket Oval for their 4th game of the series. The result was just as good as consolation to the Junior Yellow Greens, who can no longer qualify for the World Cup after losing their first 3 games against Namibia, Tanzania and Kenya. The players will hope to play for pride when they take on Uganda in their last game of the series on Sunday at the TBS Oval. And that was our news at 12. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. And you can also visit our website at www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supported 3,673 businesses with 1.156 billion naira and a plethora of interventions, including grants, mentorship, business advisory, and capacity building, as well as market access opportunities? Well, you can get more details on the Legacy Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in Honorable Oladipupo Oluwaloni as the new chairman of Ayobo-Ipaja Local Council Development Area of the state. Wife of the president, Oluremi Tinubu, has flagged off the free medical outreach and launch of a health insurance scheme for vulnerable people in the Niger Delta region. And we also told you that Syria has accused Israel of attempting to destabilize the country after it was hit by a double whammy of attacks on Airbuses and a deadly ground incursion, marking an intensification of Israel military activity in the country. And in sports, after 3 consecutive defeats have left your hopes of reaching the 2026 International Cricket Championship Men's Under-19 World Cup in jeopardy, the Junior Yellow Greens roared to a massive 177 runs win over Sierra Leone on Thursday, marking their first win in the qualifying tournament. And for contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbalagun. Thank you for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Beautiful afternoon to you.